Hey everybody, Dr. Diane, chronic illness expert here. We're talking about brain fog, all things brain fog this month. We are on the question for this video about is brain fog the same thing as dementia? So they are not. Brain fog typically is not as severe. It doesn't cause the level of dysfunction, right? Oftentimes dementia, when it becomes very progressive, people need a lot of help in order to basically have their daily needs met. Brain fog is not that. Now, one of the things that scares me the most, however, is when we are looking at the recommendations of how to work with dementia. Oftentimes with dementia, people will be given tests such as a mini mental status exam. They'll be doing memory tests, for example. They'll have MRIs. So when this diagnostic workup is done, and oftentimes what will happen when somebody doesn't have dementia and they just have some cognitive decline, some brain fog, some memory issues, what typically is told to them is that there's nothing that can be done right now because brain fog or truly dementia drugs really are only available and really are only recommended when somebody actually has dementia. So largely people are just told to watch and wait. I do not recommend that you do that. So go back, if you haven't watched my last two videos where I talk about root causes and testing, go back and watch those because essentially in my mind and what I see in the over 1,000 brain fog cases I've worked on, what I see is that brain fog there's a reason, right? The brain doesn't just get this cloudiness and this forgetfulness for nothing. Oftentimes those levels of tests that are done don't find anything, not because they're not there, but because the problem isn't those really bad things. The problem is something that is creating inflammation. But that's when we want to take the biggest action because that's when there's the best chance and a really, really good chance at reversal. And so we want to reverse this when the body has not done so much damage to the nerve cells that it becomes a lot harder. So the sooner we figure out the cause, the better. So again, it's not dementia, but if you get a workup and you're told you're fine or it's not dementia and just to watch it, I would really encourage you not to take that advice of just to watch it. Go back, listen to that testing, look in the show notes where I do recommend testing that I talk about in the last episode, and make sure to continue to look out for my master classes. So I have master classes every month. In January here, it is brain fog. Next month in February, we are doing fatigue. And so we are looking at these common threads, right? There's a very common thread between brain fog and fatigue. So definitely check those out. But the take home point from this video is brain fog and dementia are not the same. But if you have brain fog, you want to take it seriously so that it does not become dementia. Not saying that every case will, but these are sometimes early warning signs, and they're good signs when we see early warning signs to do something about it. So a smallish problem gets to be not a problem instead of turning into a real problem. All right, everybody, please do subscribe so you get the next notifications of when my next brain fog video is coming out here in another few days. I'll see you then.